Everyone should be getting a little notification that we are live streaming.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2025 St. Johns County School District Battle of the Books. We're excited to have each of you here to participate and extremely excited to have our teachers, classmates, families, friends, and community members joining us live online. We earnestly believe this competition requires more brain and brawn than any competition in the district. We're lucky to have many of the greatest brain leads in all the state and nation, and I dare say the world, competing today. If you're joining us, you're in for a treat. My name is Kim Dixon, and I serve as Director of Instructional Resources and Media Services, also known as ERMS, for the St. Johns County School District. I'm joined today by an amazing team that has worked hard to bring you our annual Battle of the Books online. This format allows for friends and family across our district, state, nation, and yes, even the world to join us to cheer on their favorite battle team and send encouragement to the players using our YouTube chat function. We will share your comments and locations throughout the competition today, so please add your location to the chat and a shout out to your team. I'd like to welcome the brains behind today's technology, the people who made it possible to have our competition online, Dr. Diane Lawson and Allison Burball, our applied technology specialists. They're an integral part of our support system and are also responsible for keeping accurate score today. So please say hello, amazing applied technology specialists.
Good morning, teams. We're so excited you're here. Hi, everyone. Good luck today.
Thank you, Diane and Allison. Working hard to create, gather, and organize the battle questions, all while supporting the efforts of our team of renowned media specialists, is our Specialist for Instructional Media, Miss Amelia Zakowski. And while Miss Zakowski was called away for an emergency this morning, she worked tirelessly to gather the questions and answers for this year's battle and ensured their accuracy. Let's give a round of applause to Miss Z and hope that she's able to join us online later. The rest of our team is also here, rooting for all of you guys, of course, and helping out when called upon. We're grateful for Ms. Tamara Ivano Lane, Ms. Jada Massey, Mr. Michael Israel, and Ms. Erica Jackson Desmore. I can't say enough about how hard this entire team works and how grateful I am for the important work they do for St. Johns County School District employees and students. ERMS, you make this happen. Kudos to you. Before I turn this over to the specialists, I want to say how inspired I am by the student readers, media specialists, teachers, team sponsors, and caregivers. Your dedication to reading and commitment to your teams are both truly inspirational. Good luck today. Finally, I want to acknowledge the tremendous support we receive from our district leaders. The St. Johns County School Board members, Mr. Forson, our superintendent, and the leadership team from our district offices send their well wishes for an excellent competition today. Let's get ready to battle! Let's introduce our teams. So again, hello, fabulous Battle of the Books teams. Last year's champions, the magnificent Mason Manatees, are hoping for a repeat win this year. However, there is stiff competition for the coveted title, and repeating is incredibly hard, but not impossible. Today, battling for the Battle of the Books champions for 2024-2025 are teams from the following St. Johns County School District elementary teams. Crookshank Cougars, sponsored by Mrs. Boyd. Please unmute and say hello. Hi. Thank you. Good luck. The W.D. Hartley Hawks, sponsored by Miss Sloat and Miss Gorey. Hello this morning. Did we hear from the Hawks? Are they still here? I don't. Can you unmute and say hello? There they are. Introduce your team.
Can you hear us?
We can. Will you introduce your team?
Okay, here we have Luke. I'm Devin. I'm Jen. I'm Wesley. Okay. I'm Miss Forrest, and this is Miss Slift.
Awesome. Good luck, guys. I want to go back to the Crookshank Cougars. I don't think Miss Boyd had a chance to introduce her players. Team members, please introduce yourselves. Crookshank.
Hello, we have Preston, Ava, Emmeline, Bentley, our team captain, Emmy, Vivian, and Isla.
Welcome, team. Good luck today. The RB Hunt Islanders, sponsored by Miss Nehemiah, are here for the competition today. Introduce yourselves.
Okay, we've got Josephine, Bailey Grace, Addison, Lincoln, and Francis, and our alternate, she's over there, Olivia.
Good luck, Islanders. Our Catalina Dolphins are led by Miss Hinman. Welcome.
Hey everybody, we have Willa, Ella, Sebastian, LT, and Elizabeth and Marquesa.
Go Dolphins. Next up, we have our Mill Creek Academy Mustangs with Miss Stanley.
Introducing Team Captain Krish, Brian, June, Kate, Sarah, Colin, and Simon.
Welcome, Mustangs, and thank you for the cheer. Next up, we have the Otis Mason Manatees, sponsored by Miss Allen, last year's returning champions. Let's hear it.
All right, we have Addie, Maddie, Azalea, Derek, Sydney, Gretchen, and Kalina. Oh, okay. Her cheer messed up again. That's okay, though. Good luck, everybody.
Later. Great job, team. Following those last year's champions, we have the Osceola Wildcats, sponsored by Ms. Blanco.
Good morning. We have Estella, Molly, Shelby, Henley, Carmen, Ellie, and Lillian. And go Wildcats!
That's right. Let's go, Wildcats. But the Palencia Pirates are hot on your case. So with Miss Flowers today, they are going to introduce themselves.
Good morning. We have Maya, Adeline, Sydney, Armise, and Emily.
Go Pirates!
RR. The Piccolata Crossing Pumas are sponsored by Miss Yelvington. Let's hear from them.
Hey everybody, we've got. I'm Anna, I'm the captain.
I'm Kasia, Peyton, Reese, Alexis, Avery, Ariana.
All right, let's hear it, guys.
We're
mean, we're reading machines. The Piccolata Pumas, hooray!
Oh, what a great cheer. And I love the captain hat. Welcome. They're bringing big competition today, guys. But guess who else is? The Southwoods Eagles, sponsored by Mr. Hoffman. Let's hear from them.
All right, we've got Ivor, we've got Kristen, Molly, Willow, and Stormy.
Welcome, Eagles. Good luck today. And then finally, our Trout Creek Terrapins, sponsored by Miss Turner. Let's hear from the Terrapins.
Good morning. We have Ion, Jack, Logan, Jackson, Luke, Michael, and Annabella. And we have...
We're Trout Creek. We're not here to get beat. Go Terps!
Loving the cheer today. But let's hear from the Wards Creek Warriors and Miss Fanning.
Good morning. Today we have Joel, Rory, Michael, Jessica, Emily, Gabriella, and McKenna.
Cheer.
Ready? Warriors reading.
You guys are doing fabulous today. Our final team for this year's competition is the Webster Wolverines, sponsored by Miss Marston.
Good morning. We have Yana, Captain Kinley, Blake, Kinsley, Max, our alternates, Dean and Charlotte, the rest of our book club, our paddle club. Let's go, Wolverines. Let's go. Let's go, Wolverines. Let's go. Let's go, Wolverines. Let's go. Roar! Hey, Mom.
That's amazing. Thanks for saying hello to those that are watching live on our YouTube stream. Good luck to all the teams today. You all look great. We do want to remind you of our Battle of the Books rules. Each team has 5 members participating in today's competition. Alternates may watch, but may only participate as timekeepers to keep track of time during the round. Your team sponsor will read the questions, then teams will discuss and select an answer. The answer will be entered by the adult in Socrative. All the book titles are an answer option in that platform. Should you have a challenge, that means that you don't agree with the answer that was correct. Your team scribe should record the number of the question or questions being challenged. All challenges will be reviewed at the end of the round in the main room. Any questions not answered before time expires will be marked incorrect and may not be challenged or answered after time is called. So timekeepers, your job is super important. Make sure you answer all of the questions before the round ends. It ends automatically after 10 minutes. Scores will be tallied at the end of each round and shared with our audience. At the end of the 3rd round today, we will announce the winner of this year's St. Johns County School District Battle of the Books 24-25, unless, of course, there's a tie. In that case, we will enter our single bonus round to find this year's winner. Dr. Lawson, are you ready to battle?
I am ready for this battle.
Turning it over to you then.
All right, great. Momentarily, we're going to put each team in their own private breakout room. Teams, you'll have 10 minutes for each round, and teams will automatically be recalled to the main room at the end of each round. This 10 minutes gives you about 30 seconds per question, and you may exit your breakout room and return to the main room if you finish before the end of that 10 minutes. When everyone is successfully in their breakout room, we will begin the competition. When we start the round, you will be asked to enter your team name. Remember, your team name is your school initials in all capital letters. This needs to be the same for each round for scoring purposes and to make sure everyone gets the correct score. After you put your team initials in, your first question will appear almost immediately. You'll have 10 minutes to answer the questions, and then you will be recalled to the main room. All right, can I get a big thumbs up from all teams if you are ready to begin this battle? You can use your emojis or you can give me a thumbs up right in the camera. Awesome. It looks like everyone's ready to go. I am going to.
Dr. Lawson, hold
I'm
on
so sorry.
just a second.
Okay.
I know everyone is ready, but we have quite a few people watching online, and we have lots of people sending some well wishes and cheers for our team. So I just want to shout out a couple of them, to get everyone excited before the first round. So we have Go Webster, Go Wards Creek, Good Luck Webster, Go Kinley. Someone says, hi, Max, and that they're so proud of you. Go MCA, go RB Hunt, go Piccolado Crossing Pumas. Good luck, Kate at Mill Creek. Good luck, Mason, go Mill Creek, go RB Hunt. Go Palencia, we're proud of you. Good luck, Wolverines, go Pumas. So lots of shout outs.
Lots of shout outs. That is awesome.
PTA just came in. So we have lots of people shouting you out and cheering you on from our YouTube live. So good luck, teams. We're excited for you all to start round 1.
And if you are one of our viewers out there on YouTube, make sure that you get your shout out in. Tell us where you're watching from. We have had people from all over the world watch our incredible battles. And so we love to give shout outs from wherever you're watching. But teams, here we go. Are you ready? I'm going to open those breakout rooms in 3, 2, 1.
Good luck, teams. While our teams are heading out to the breakout rooms to begin this amazing competition, you'll be able to see their progress in Socrative with bicycle icons that will appear on our screen momentarily. As teams answer questions, the bicycles will move. Please know that the color of the bicycles may change for each team in subsequent rounds, so it's impossible to determine how well each team is doing cumulatively in rounds 2 and 3. For example, a team may have a green bike this round, but next round they could be yellow. You never know. Socrative loves to mix it up to keep the suspense high, but it's still a lot of fun watching those bikes on the screen. We'll be sharing updates as we go along, but also we'll take some time to get to hear about some of the books from this year's list. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Lawson to share our first video as those bikes get going.
We see, Miss Dixon, that those bikes, they must have all just gotten into Socrative, into their round 1, because we just now see a couple of bikes leaving and pedaling away as they answer those questions. So just as you were explaining, we have teams in here. They're all assigned a color, but we don't know which school is which team. So orange seems to be, going strong and answering those questions, but there's still 9 minutes left in this round. So it's really anyone's game.
Absolutely. Lots of competition going. Looks like magenta, violet, teal are really hot on the tail of orange. And many of the other teams are also busy, but we can't really know what this means. Maybe they're taking a little bit longer with questions to make sure they get them right. And they're assuring themselves that they're having teamwork and team play to make sure they're answering the questions as quickly as possible, but most importantly, as accurately as possible.
All right, Miss Dixon, I think we're ready for that first video. We do have all of our schools listed here on this slide.
Well, that's fierce looking competition on the screen right now. That's pretty exciting.
Right? It is. These teams are so fierce this year. It is so fun to watch. All right, we're in round 1 and we have our first video.
The Aquanaut.
Hello, my name's Dan Santat, and I am the author and illustrator of the new graphic novel, The Aquanaut. The Aquanaut is a story about 4 sea creatures. Hello, my name's Dan Santat, and I am the author and illustrator of the new graphic novel, The Aquanaut. The Aquanaut is a story about 4 sea creatures that convert an old diving suit into a land-walking device after surviving a ship disaster out at sea. Their plan is to wander onto land disguised as a human being in hopes of finding sanctuary at Aqualand, a marine reserve that was founded by the ship's captain, who unfortunately perished out at sea. Once there, they realize that the marine reserve has been changed into an amusement park which exploits sea creatures for means of entertainment, and they realize that it's unsafe. With the help of Sophia, the captain's daughter, and her uncle Paul, the captain's brother, they attempt to set themselves free while also healing old wounds left after the passing of a loved one who never got the opportunity to say goodbye. The Aquanaut is a fun and heartfelt adventure that kids and parents will both love and make you appreciate the true meaning of love and family.
All right, that sounds like an interesting book. I personally have never read graphic novels, but I know they're super popular with our students. So that one sounds like it would be an interesting read.
It does, Miss Burball. I am pretty excited about anything that happens underwater. I know we love fish here of many different kinds in the EARNS office, correct? And so I can imagine, as a matter of fact, I was watching the news last night, and it looks like there was an underwater expedition recently where they discovered many new forms of life deep, deep down in the ocean.
Oh, that is always exciting. I've heard, the ocean, there's so many parts of the ocean that are undiscovered. So it's not surprising that they're discovering new things even, to this day. But that is exciting.
That is.
Take a look at these bikes, Miss Dixon.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm looking at it, and in the very beginning, Orange was there, and they've made it to the end, but look at magenta and violet go. They
Yeah.
are hot on their tail. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And we do have, it looks like a couple of bikes that are still at the beginning. So we are, it's a whole team process back here. We're checking in on those teams and making sure technology is working okay. So have no fear, blue and peach teams. Not that we know who those are, but we are checking in on them and making sure that everything is okay.
absolutely. And if there are issues, we will make sure that we get those corrected right away, and we'll give them an opportunity to fix anything prior to scoring the round, because it's really important for us to make sure that this is the fair competition that we promised it would be. Correct, Dr. Lawson?
Yes, we always want this to be the best competition and make sure everyone has the opportunity to answer all questions. So it sounds like maybe somebody was having some technical difficulties. So we might have to adjust some things when they all come back to the main room, but we will get them all finished with this round. So
absolutely, absolutely. As a matter of fact, we have some great books that we can share with them as we're waiting, and as we get things set up or corrected, whatever needs to happen. This will be a fair competition, we promise.
absolutely. I heard Miss Burball on the phone.
Yes, we do have a team that's experiencing technical difficulties, but it's okay. They're going to go ahead and restart their computer, and we'll give them an opportunity to complete round one as well, so that we can still, have their score in with the rest of the teams.
Absolutely. Technology is wonderful, especially when it works.
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't, but luckily we're flexible, and we have folks cheering us on online. Has anyone checked in from anywhere across the globe, Miss Burball?
We do have some people watching us, and they have started to tell us where they're from. I see someone is saying good luck from Wisconsin. Holy cow.
Oh, wow. Oh, that made me want grilled cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have Proud of You, Emily. Thank you, Mrs. Yelvington, for guiding our Piccolata Pumas. I'm telling you, these media specialists are awesome with coaching these teams. We also have some people watching from St. Augustine, obviously, right here in St. Johns County. Let's see. We have some cheers for Piccolata Pumas, for Catalina's. We have some people watching from down in Palm Coast, so right here in Florida.
Neighbors just across the county line. That's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Looks like we have a couple of teams starting to return to the main room. That means they've finished up in their battle rooms. That's great. I'm looking at the RB Hunt team here, those Islanders. And actually, I'd like to make a comment about their team shirts. I've noticed that each of the teams, right? Each of the teams has a unique shirt celebrating their school and this Battle of the Books. It's a lovely, lovely way to bring in that team spirit and to show that we're together. And looks like the Islanders even have something on the back. What does that say, guys?
Yeah, could you guys unmute and tell us about your shirts?
So they were designed fully on Miss Lawson's Gonna Be Proud, Adobe Express. Yay. And they've got their names on the back.
Aw, that is awesome.
That is amazing. I love to hear that.
Lovely. What about you, Cougars? I see you guys have green shirts. I think that's your school color, correct?
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about them.
Our shirts were designed by Preston.
Oh, wow. So one of your team members designed them. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I see. It's a little cougar reading a book.
Oh, my goodness. How adorable. Preston, you did an excellent job. Those are amazing shirts. Great job this year.
Thank you.
I see several versions of pink shirts this year on the screen. Looks like Southwoods, Wards Creek, and Palencia all brought in the pink trend. Does anyone want to unmute and share a little bit about your shirts this year? Let's start with Southwoods. What about it, Eagles?
Why did we pick pink?
Because we have 4 girls on our team. We have mostly girls, and we just thought it was really cute.
Absolutely. Pink is great for everyone, and your shirts are lovely. What's the logo on it? What does it say?
It's 2 books battling tug of war. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Similar to what's behind us, our screen.
Yeah.
Are they pulling?
Love it.
The book's pulling.
The books are pulling. That's pretty cool. Awesome sauce. Thank you. What about Palencia? Tell us a little bit about your shirts, guys. You'll have to unmute. There you go.
Good morning.
Well, we're all 5 girls. We really like pink, and we just thought it was really cute and it's preppy, so we decided to paint it. Yeah. We thought it looked really nice.
Awesome. And what do your shirts say?
It's like 2 books, like doing tug of war, like the original.
We have the same logo they do, only ours is written in white.
Oh, awesome.
Great job. And then looks like Wards Creek has a version of magenta or pink also. Do you guys want to unmute and tell us about your shirts?
Great shirt.
There are 5th grade shirts, and then these are the warrior shirts.
Oh, nice. Okay. Those are amazing. I love 5th grade. So I've always referred to 5th graders as seniors because, of course, this is their last year at elementary school. So that's pretty cool that your seniors have shirts. And then I saw that big W. I'm sure that stands for Wards and the Wards Creek logo. So that's amazing. Looks like lots of our other teams are returning. And I did hear that one of our teams with technical difficulties is going to have to be readmitted to Socrative, to our battleground, to repeat this round. Dr. Lawson, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I sure do. Thank you all teams for your patience, and we have the other team back in our battle, and we are going to relaunch round 1 just for that team. So you may see something come up on your Socrative screen, but unless you are Wards Creek, you are not going to click on anything or do anything. Only Wards Creek is going to be in this round. Wards Creek, I just need about 1 minute to get that launched, and then I will give you the go ahead when we are ready to go. But first, I want to make
Webster. Webster.
I'm sorry, Webster. I'm so sorry, Webster.
Creek, just Webster.
Sorry, Wards Creek. I saw your panic there. It's Webster. It's the W school. I'm sorry. I was seeing them and saying you. So Webster, can you unmute and check your microphone for us to make sure we're able to communicate?
Can you hear us?
We can hear you. So give me about 1 minute, and then I will give you the go ahead when I'm ready for your team to do Socrative.
She is actually going to place them back in the battle room while they are competing. So we'll have a little more time out here with our teams. And so what if we ask some questions of the teams? Things like, Ms. Burball, what about what was their favorite book this year?
Ooh, that's always a good one to hear.
Yes, absolutely. On my screen, who do you want to call on first?
Let's start with Piccolata Crossing.
Okay.
Yeah, what was your favorite book from this year's list, Piccolata Crossing?
Let's hear it, Pumas.
Okay, favorite book.
My favorite is Finally Seen.
Ooh, okay. That's a popular one. Everyone can share their favorite because I know not everyone has the same favorite book. So yeah, everyone share your favorite.
Bound for Home. What else?
I like the Aquanaut.
Ooh.
Aquanaut. Okay.
Finally Seen.
That's this.
I'm Bound from Home.
Bound for Home.
Bound for Home. The Cursed Moon.
Scary one. Miss Arno, what's your favorite?
Draws best friend.
When Sea Becomes Sky.
Nice.
Looks like our sponsors have some favorites too that might be a little different from our competitors. That's pretty awesome. I love reading their books also. We're readers here in our office and we love reading right along with you. Who else has favorite books? What I saw
Miss
RB
Dixon?
Hunt.
I'm sorry, Miss Dixon. Can I interrupt and just let Webster know they are ready to get in and go?
Okay. We'll see you guys back here after you've finished. All right, RB Hunt, let us know. What were your favorite books?
Okay, we're going to start with Captain Francis. I didn't mention he was captain last time. So Francis, go ahead, tell your favorite.
I like the Cursed Moon.
Okay, Lincoln?
I like the Big Sting. I like the Grip. Mandy Summer. When Sea Becomes Sky. When Sea Becomes Sky.
Awesome. Excellent choices.
Miss Burball, looks like there are a couple of water-themed books this year that people are really liking. Aquanauts
Yeah.
and Sea Becomes Sky, like those things. That's pretty awesome. Who should we call on next?
Let's hear from, let's see, Southwoods. Y'all look like you're ready to share. So let's go to Southwoods.
Molly.
My favorite is the cursed moon. I
Kristen?
have two. I like the cursed moon.
I
Same
That's
here.
the spooky one, right?
Yeah.
First Moon. Okay.
First
I'll like the
Moon.
spooky books.
Willow.
I like When Sea Becomes Sky, just not the sad ending.
Stormy.
I like the Aquanaut.
Aquanaut.
I like
Wow.
Nancy Summer. Two. I have two favorites.
That's fine.
My favorite.
That's pretty awesome. I heard you say you love the book, just not the sad ending. So you know what's really cool to do? When I taught Ms. Burball, I would have my students rewrite the ending. Do you think
that sounds like
what
a
if you
fun
took
activity.
that story? You don't have to rewrite the entire story, but rewrite it with an ending that you would love. What do you think should happen at the end? Because you didn't like the sad ending. That would be pretty awesome. And you could even send that to the author, and maybe they could consider an alternate ending. So there are some books where you can actually choose to go in different directions for the ending. And so it stops at a point, you go to one ending or you go to the other, and maybe they choose a happier ending.
Awesome.
That'd be pretty
I
cool.
love that idea.
Yes.
All right. Let's hear from our other pink shirt friends over at Palencia.
I like When Sea Becomes Sky. I also like When Sea Becomes Sky. I really like the sad ending. I like Manatee Summer. I like The Girl Who Built the Spider. I like The Shelterlings and Down for Now.
Awesome.
Guys, remember to speak a little loudly and make sure you're facing the camera or your computer so that we pick up your voice and we can see your lovely faces. We want to make sure that we're getting everything that you're saying. I also heard someone here say that they love the book, but not necessarily the sad ending. Did you know that there are books that have more than one author? I know we're used to seeing an author and an illustrator, but there are books where two writers get together and they write books together, and they love that. And so we have an opportunity here for alternate endings from two separate authors. I can't wait, if they choose, to see what they might write.
Yeah, send them to us if you write an alternate ending. We want to read them.
Yes, definitely send them to us here in ERMS.
Nice.
We
And
go to
I
that
have to say, I know not only are we doing a lot with technology on our end, but look at our teams. They have, a lot going on too, because it looks like Palencia has multiple screens that they're working with. So kudos to y'all and to your sponsors for making your technology work. Nice work.
Great job. What about this final pink team, Wards Creek?
Yeah, our Wards Creek pink shirts.
My favorite was probably The Big Sting because I liked the story.
My favorite was The Ultimate Goal.
My favorite was Home Away from Home.
My favorite was Gone from Home.
Emily?
My favorite was Finally Seen.
Emily's was Finally Seen. Jessica, what was your favorite?
My favorite was Penny Draws the Best Friend.
Penny Draws the Best Friend.
Aw, nice. Excellent choices.
Those were different too. So lots of variety of books here and lots of different things that appeal to different readers. I love that about books. The diversity of them is amazing. Great job.
So good. All right, let's see. How about Trout Creek? This is the first year for Trout Creek, right? In our battle. Welcome to the battle.
Cool. That's pretty amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're very excited. All right, guys, go ahead. What's your favorite book?
My favorite was The Cursed Moon.
The Cursed Moon.
My favorite was The Cursed Moon. My favorite was Race to Fire Mountain. Bound for Home. I liked The Grip. I liked The Girl Who Built a Spider. I really liked The Cursed Moon.
Cursed Moon was very popular at Trout Creek.
It was a popular one this year. All right, thank you. team for sharing your favorite books. All right, MCA, I see y'all celebrating over there. Do y'all want to share your favorite books?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Start.
Me?
Yep.
I have no favorite.
Okay,
I like
Simon.
them all.
The big sting. Right. Finally seen. Either the cursed moon or Sea Becomes Sky. Sea Becomes Sky. Sea Becomes Sky because it's really sad. I don't like it because it's sad. She likes sad books, like her whole bookshelf.
Okay.
And she
All right, thank you for sharing. Awesome. Okay, let's see.
Sorry,
We have
excuse me. I noticed there are some really cool kids at MCA. Things are shining so brightly there that many of them have on sunglasses inside. That's pretty awesome.
yeah, they're shining bright over there.
They are shining bright
Mustang,
at
right?
MCA. Yes. Who's next?
Awesome. How about our Mason manatees?
Oh, returning champions. Love to hear what they think.
Hi, team. What's everyone's favorite
Hi.
book?
My favorite book is Girl Who Built a Spider.
A little louder.
Louder, because y'all are away from the
Girl Who Built a Spider.
Maddie.
Mine is Shelterlings. Mine is Finally Seen. I like Bound from Home. Finally Seen. Ultimate Goal. I like the Girl Who Built a Spider.
Oh, per Mason, we don't agree on anything.
Hey, that's all
We
right.
like them
A
all.
well-rounded team.
I agree.
Mine was Cursed Moon.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Looks like Webster has returned. So they finished this round. Let's give them
Yay! Welcome back, Webster.
and they still look excited about being here. They understood that we were going to make sure that things were fair. We thank you guys, Dr. Lawson, for making sure that they got caught up and that their technology was back on track. So welcome back, guys. We'll find out more favorite books, perhaps, in the next round. Or do we want to ask at least one more team what their
Maybe
favorite?
one more. We still have let's see, 5 teams that haven't shared yet. Now that we have all our teams back, I'm gonna go and work on some scores. But yes, Miss Dixon, if you want to start with let's see, Catalina's hasn't shared their favorite.
Oh, Catalina, what do you think?
Hey, Marquesa, you want to start?
My favorite book was Finally Seen.
Elizabeth?
I'm debating between Finally Seen and the Shelterlings.
Okay.
My favorite was Finally Seen.
I can't choose between Race to Fire Mountain and the Shelterlings. My favorite was The Cursed Moon. Mine was Pedro's Best Friend.
Oh, again, lots of variety. Great job. I also see lots of speakers that are here for this competition. I saw them in the speech contest. So they are also, not only do they, are they well-rounded in their reading, they're also well-rounded in their activities. They're both speakers and readers. Congratulations. Osceola, did you guys get a chance to share your favorite books yet?
Not yet. All right. Who will share? Go ahead. Favorite book.
Mine was Manatee Summer. Mine was Cursed Moon.
Cursed Moon.
A little louder, guys.
Gotta talk louder.
Mine was The Girl Who Built a Spider. Mine was The Cursed Moon. Mine was The Cursed Moon and Manatee Summer.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And it sounds like we have some guys on that team who like the same books. I wonder if they read together, because that's pretty cool. I love reading a book that someone else is reading so that we can discuss it. And sometimes we partner read. They may read a chapter aloud to me, and then I'll read a chapter. As a matter of fact, during the holidays, we actually had read alouds here in our office where we read aloud to each other. And that was one of the most fun things I've done in a long time. So thank you. Raise your hand if you still haven't had a chance to share. It looks like Cruikshank, is that you? Would you guys like to share? Go ahead.
My favorite was the Shelterlings.
My favorite was The Cursed Moon. My favorite was The Big Sting.
My favorite was Finally Seen.
My favorite was The Aquanaut. My favorite was Bound for Home, and I would definitely reread it.
Oh,
my-
wow.
When Sea Becomes Sky.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Boyd. So I heard someone say they would reread a book. Raise your hand if you've ever reread a book because you thought it was so good. Oh, I've done that too. As a matter of fact, my very favorite book, I think I've read 4 times already. Miss Burball, have you ever done that?
I have, I have. I also have little kids who have favorite books, and I read to them. So I read a lot of their books over and over and over and over and over again. But yes,
Completely understood.
rereading a favorite book is awesome.
That is awesome. Well,
Yeah.
looks like you're back, so that must mean we're ready to share scores from
ready.
round 1.
Yes, yes, yes.
All
I
right,
think
let's hear it.
Dr. Lawson is pulling up the right screen, I think, as we speak. And so we're going to be able to see the book list. So here's all those amazing books that our readers were just mentioning. And then I think we should have like a little
I
drum
think we
roll.
need our virtual drum roll. So all teams, we need a virtual drum roll. Let's see it. Let's see what the results of that first round are. You should be able to see them on your screen right now. We have some great results here. We've got one team that got 15 out of 15. And then we've got a couple of teams right behind them with 13, and then another one with 12 right after that. It is anybody's battle right now. I know, Miss Dixon, we had our elementary north battle yesterday, and it even after the first round, the leaderboard changed.
Absolutely. I was going to point that out, Miss Dr. Lawson, because just so you know, yesterday, round 1, the team that ultimately won the battle was not in the lead. They were not the highest scorer in round 1. So no matter what your score is right now, never give up. These scores are the result of hard work and practice, great sponsors, media specialists, teachers, and caretakers. You guys are doing it. So keep doing it. Don't give up. Readers are leaders. All righty. Are we ready then for round 2?
All right. We are just about ready. Miss Burball, do we have any more shout outs that we want to
Of course we
share so
do.
our teams can hear them?
We have almost 100 people joining us
Oh, wow.
online. And so we have lots of shout outs. We have good morning from New York City.
Ooh, New
Yes.
York, New York.
Love it.
Yeah, so some people cheering us on from New York City. We have Go RB Hunt. We have Max's family watching from Pennsylvania. We
Wow.
have the Let's Go Webster. Coach Wagner is so proud of you. We have some cheers for Otis Mason. We have cheers for Webster again. Carolina's Dolphins. Let's go KES. And go Manatees. Way to go, OMEN. And let's go Websters. Come on, Blake. So lots of cheers happening for y'all out here on our YouTube live. So
I
good
love
luck
Miss
in
Burball.
round 2.
Yes, I love when our if you are watching from a school, from a classroom inside a school, I love for those guys to put that in the chat online. So you'll know who in your school is rooting for you right from the building. Maybe you'll stop by after the competition and they'll give you a high five. I think that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So if you're out there and you're watching online, please be sure to let us know where you're watching from. And we're looking for who's maybe watching from far, far away. Maybe another continent, another country. That'd be pretty cool.
Interesting. Yes.
So,
Yes. All right, Miss Dixon, I think we're ready to go and open those breakout rooms.
Okay. Good luck, guys.
All right. Can I get a thumbs up if your team is ready for round number 2? Ready to go to the breakout rooms. Awesome.
An eagle.
It looks like everyone is ready. WD Hartley, can you give us a thumbs up if your team is ready?
Right, and we've lost some cameras, so we want to make sure that.
Okay,
there we go.
There we are. What about Wards Creek? Those guys?
I think they gave us a thumbs up. Yep.
Good job.
All right. I'm opening the rooms right now, and then I will start that battle as soon as everyone is successfully in their breakout room. So if you're watching online, we always want to make sure every team gets into their breakout room successfully before we start the questions so that everyone has the same opportunity to answer those. And I'm going to go and disappear now because everybody is safely in their room. I'm turning it over to you guys.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Dr. Lawson.
Yeah, it takes a lot of brain power, to work the behind the scenes stuff here. So kudos to Dr. Lawson and Ms. Zukowski and our team here that's helping. Um, we like them to go to the breakout room so they have a quiet space to work. So they go to their breakout rooms and then they get into their Socrative rounds and start answering those questions. So it does take some behind the scenes work here to get it all working. But look at that. They're already in and answering those questions. We have magenta and silver off to an early start. But again, we don't know which school belongs to which color. So I know that that question came up, Ms. Dixon, on our YouTube live. There was a viewer who was wondering which school belonged to which color.
You know what's interesting? We don't even know, do we, Miss Furball?
We don't.
We no idea. And remember, also the colors change after every round. So the school that was orange last round may be magenta this round. So we can't even, add up the scores or decide, which bicycle is moving forward and getting more points based on that. So that's pretty awesome. It just adds to the suspense of this very, very, very high stakes competition.
Yes, absolutely. I think we have some more book trailers that we can learn more about these books that our fabulous readers have been working on all year long. So this looks like a book trailer for Treasure in the Lake.
Ooh, let's see.
This that was a interesting look at another graphic novel that we had. This next one though, The Cursed Moon, this has been a popular book with our readers. So I'm excited to check out this book trailer so we can hear a little bit more about the favorite of the list. Awesome. 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 I can see why a lot of people like that book.
Yeah, you
I
know
don't
what,
know
Miss
if it would be
Furball?
my favorite because I don't know how I feel about spooky books. I have not read it though, so maybe step one, read the book, and then I'll know
I
if I.
did read that one this year. I read
Yeah.
quite a few from this list this year, and they were all very good.
Hmm.
Cursed Moon is probably not my type of genre, but it was very well written. So not sure I would choose it any other time, but it was a great read.
Awesome.
Nice.
So sounds like Dr. Lawson, you like scary things, perhaps?
No, I don't really like scary things, but I liked the storyline in this.
Yes.
So
So maybe if you're brave, this is your genre. But sometimes you just have to try it out to make sure, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Dr. Lawson, how are we doing with our
I'm gonna check the
competitors?
timing on that.
I see we already have some teams coming back. Hey, teams, how did you feel about that round? Give us like a thumbs up, middle, down,
Maybe an emoji from
or
your
an
reactions
emoji.
tool.
Yeah.
Those are always
Ooh, look
great.
at Catalina's is like
Ooh,
shocked.
like a shock face.
Yeah, that's a
I do want to say we have 2 minutes remaining in the
Oh,
battle.
so we still anybody's game at this point, right? There's still
Yep.
teams in there that are working. All right, let's see if we have any of our teams back that haven't shared their favorite book yet. It looks like they're all still working. Um,
You know what question was asked yesterday at the North Battle that I thought was such a great question is which book would students want to be made into a movie?
Ooh, that is a great question. That is a great question. Is there any team that's back here with us that has an answer? Oh, I saw someone's hand from RB Hunt. So RB Hunt, think about what book would you love to see as a movie?
The cursed moon. The cursed moon. The big sting. Cursed moon.
Okay, Cursed Moon and Big Sting. Excellent. Yeah, that would be probably my way to watch some of these books too. Watch them as movies. All right, so thank you for sharing, RB Hunt. Um, let's see, anyone else? I see Trout Creek, y'all are raising your hands. So how are we feeling? What book would you love to see as a movie?
The girl who built a spider.
Ooh, that was like almost in unison, like you all agreed. Okay, excellent. Thank you for sharing. How did y'all feel, Trout Creek? How did y'all feel about that round? Was it like, oh yeah, or kind of tricky, or
Like in the middle.
okay, all right. Okay. That's good. That's good that there were some tricky questions and maybe some not so tricky questions. Let's see. It looks like, do we have everyone back? Oh, nope, they're coming back
Yes,
now,
I think
slowly
they're
but
still
surely.
coming back.
Not yet. There's about 17 seconds left in the
Oh,
round.
okay. So some people are using every last second, which is great, right?
Yeah. Miss Burball, Carolinas is known for making movies. Did you know that?
What?
As a matter of fact, just last year, they were invited to the finals of the Jim Herbin competition way down in Orlando. So I would
Oh
love to
my
hear from
goodness.
that team which book they think would make a great movie.
Absolutely.
All right, LT, which book should be a movie?
I think The Cursed Moon would be a good movie.
Why do you think?
I mean, like, it's just got, like, I mean, like, my favorite book was Finally Seen, but like I don't know if Finally Seen would make the best movie, but Cursed Moon was just like it had all the action, like all the elements that a movie should have, I think. The Jaguar was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that answer. Love that.
Yeah, I think they would be probably pretty creative little producers here. They could probably make that movie look amazing.
I think they would. They already are. They've proven that being invited to the finals. So I think that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Are there any teams on here who didn't share their favorite book? I think we may have heard from almost everyone.
I
Was it
know. I'm looking for Osceola. Osceola, I don't think you guys have shared your favorite book.
I believe they may have. Are they back yet? Yes? No, you didn't? And maybe Southwoods, I saw them raising their hand also. Did they? I'm not sure. Unmute if you have not shared. Yes, Southwoods.
We said our favorite book. They wanted to say which ones would be a good movie.
Okay.
This summer. I feel like The Cursed Moon.
Which becomes sky because it has twists.
Oh, that's a great reason because it has twists. That's what really makes a great movie, right? I love that.
Nice. How about WD Hartley? We haven't heard from you all. What's your favorite book?
Hey, right here. Go ahead.
My favorite book is When the Sea Becomes Sky. My favorite book is The Shelter Ones.
My favorite book is The Aquanaut, but I think that what was it? Shelter Ones would make a really good movie.
Okay.
My favorite book is The Shelter Ones.
My favorite book was Penny Draws Best Friend.
Aw, awesome. Thank you all for sharing. Oh yeah, sponsors, if you want to share your favorite books, that's
Go ahead.
The Cursed Moon and Penny Draws a Best Friend.
love it.
Couldn't pick just one.
Of course. What about you, Miss Float? Did you tell us your favorite book?
I really kind of enjoy Manatee, so Manatee Summer was kind of up there for me.
Oh, that's awesome. And what about a movie, guys? Do you all agree on a book that would make a great movie?
Shelterlings.
Nice.
Shelterlings, good.
Looks like Webster may be having more technical. Oh, they're back. There they are. They were having a few technical difficulties there, but looks like they're back on screen. So amazing. Is there anyone here who did not get to share their favorite book? I think we've Otis Mason, or are you raising your hand to share which book you think should be a movie? Go ahead and unmute and let us know.
They wanted to share the movie book.
Okay.
Quickly.
I think it would be Girl Who Built a Spider
and
Shelterlings.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Why?
Animals.
Yeah, the animals.
All the animals.
And Girl Who Built a Spider. Yeah.
And they want to see the lab in Girl Who Built a Spider with all the waterfalls and everything.
That's pretty awesome. I hear you guys talking about animals in movies, though. That seems pretty intense because imagine having to train all those animals to act in a movie. That would be pretty amazing. So I love that.
You know, it would be computerized.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true. We do.
That's amazing too, though. That takes a lot of work too.
I know.
Yes. Dr.
Thank you, guys.
Lawson.
Hello, Miss Dixon. We do have Crookshank that wants to share, but real quick, before we take any more sharing, we need to ask if there are any challenges.
Oh, that's all my fault. And I forgot even in round 1 to ask that after every round. So can we start there? Were there any challenges for round 1? Did your recorder write down any challenges for round 1? If so, looks like did Crookshank raise their hand to share before?
They wanted to share, so we'll put them at the top of our list to share when we come back from challenge.
So no challenges from round 1. What about round 2? Were there any challenges from round 2?
I'm not seeing any hands, so woo.
Exactly. You know, when Ms. Zukoski isn't here, things don't always go perfectly. We strive for excellence, not perfection here, though. So we're good. And, she'll get us straight when she gets back. So thank you for remembering, Dr. Lawson. I appreciate
We can thank Miss Burball for that. She
Oh,
was the
thank
one.
you, Ms. Burball. So
We're
awesome.
doing the best
All
we can.
Yeah. So Crookshank, go ahead and unmute and talk to us about your book that you think should be a movie, correct?
Go ahead, Preston. I think Race the Fire Mountain.
And When Sea Becomes Sky would be a good movie.
Yeah.
And Finally Seen.
Yeah.
And the awkward.
Miss Burball, it seems like they think all their favorite books should be movies. What do you think?
It only makes sense, right? You want to see that favorite book become a movie. That would be so fun.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing, though, Kirkshank. Wards Creek.
They wanted to share what books they thought would be a good movie. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yes, let's hear it.
I think Bound for Home. Home Away from Home.
Probably The Big Sting.
The Grip.
When Sea
Manatee Summer and
Bound for Home.
Bound for Home again.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Wards Creek. Webster, I see your hand raised. I know you all had some technical difficulties, so we would love to hear everyone's favorite book, and you can also share which book y'all think would be a great movie.
All right, yeah, they want to share, Yana? Favorite or make into a movie?
I would say Bound for Home would be a good movie. When Sea Becomes Sky would be a good
My
movie.
favorite books are all the ones I read, and the ones I think that should be a movie would be either Bound for Home or When Sea Becomes Sky.
I think Bound from Home and Home Away from Home and Sea Becomes Sky would be a good one, and I really like Home Away from Home and Bound from Home. I really like Pedro, the best friend, and I think Race to Fire Mountain would be a good movie. I would.
Charlie, you want to say?
Treasure in the Lake and Cursed Moon.
Yes. My favorite book is Ultimate Full, and I feel like would be a good movie, Penny Dreadful's Best Friend.
Thank you. Looks like
Awesome.
Valencia would love to share. Go ahead, guys. Unmute.
We just wanted to share what we thought would make a great movie.
Race to Fire Mountain.
Oh, we have consensus. Great
Race to
job.
Fire Mountain.
Yes. And why do you think that would be a great movie?
Because there's a lot of action. And also, we thought it would be really cool if you could see the world that he talked about, like how his drawings turn into the world. Yeah. Like the portal.
That's pretty awesome. I love that about books, that even though there may not be pictures, because many of these books are chapter books, right? You guys are, starting in 3rd grade all the way up. And so these are chapter books. Sometimes there are very few pictures unless it's a graphic novel, but the words create the pictures in your mind. And that's what I love about reading, is that your pictures may be different from mine. So to see it come alive on screen with the author as, say, the producer, the person who's sort of guiding the vision for that movie, you can see what their mind movie was like and compare it to what you were thinking when you were reading. And that's pretty awesome. I love that. And it sounds like in that story, the graphics, the colors would be quite amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Miss Dixon, I think we have our round 2 scores ready to share.
Awesome. We'll come back to Mill Creek a little bit later because I see they want to share, but I bet they'd love to see these scores. Absolutely. Yeah, they put that hand down. Dr. Lawson.
And don't worry, guys, we're going to come back and get your book to movie as well. All right, I think it's time to share some scores. Can we get a drum roll, please? Everybody with your virtual drum roll. All right. The scores for round 2 are here. We
see your Socrative screen, Dr. Lawson.
Oh, well, I am so sorry. Let me stop sharing. Sometimes screen backwards. That is not the screen I tried to share there.
I completely understand. I have 3 screens going. So if you see us kind of darting around the room, it's because we have lots of balls in the air, and we appreciate all that you guys are doing. So thank you.
And we don't want to miss any of your chats on YouTube. So we have our phones going with that too, to make sure we cover everything we can. So here are the scores. You should be seeing them now. Thank you for that virtual drum roll. We have 2 teams with 14 out of 15, and right behind them, we've got a team at 13 and one with 12. So it is still anybody's battle today. Are we
That is
ready
awesome.
for that next round? Or Miss Burbaugh?
We have a couple of quick shout outs. I know we're ready to get into round 3, but I do want to say that we have quite the crew from Otis A. Mason cheering on our manatees today. So Miss Austin's class from Mason is watching. And we have parents, and the principal, Miss Keaton, is in the media center watching. And Miss Tanner's class from Otis A. Mason is watching. We also have some viewers from India and Mexico.
Wow.
So we're reaching, other countries here. We also want to give out to the shout out to the 3rd graders in Miss White's class at Mason. They're cheering on our manatee team here. Miss Palma's class are the 3rd graders at Piccolata, so they're cheering on their team at Piccolata Crossing. And from Webster, we have a team that is watching, or a class from Webster that is cheering on Cody. So Cody, your class is cheering you on and watching from Webster. So lots of well wishes, lots of people cheering y'all on. We're ready for round 3. Still anybody's game. So good luck, teams.
Absolutely. Dr. Lawson, are you ready to take it away?
I am ready. All right. In 3, 2, 1, I am opening the rooms right now.
Good luck, guys. This is the final round. See you back in a bit.
All right. Looks like all of our teams made it into their breakout room. That's, step 1, success.
Yes.
Dr. Lawson is working on making sure that they are all in the Socrative and answering those questions. So as soon as everyone gets in there, we'll be able to take a sneak peek at those bicycles.
We can do that. You know what I noticed after the first 2 rounds, that it's anyone's game, right? So there were teams with perfect scores in the first round, not so perfect in the second round. We had some teams who scored a little bit lower in the first round, but scored higher in the second round. And like we said from the very beginning, this is anybody's game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Miss Dixon, I don't know if our viewers know the types of, since we haven't had any challenges, they don't know the types of questions that our students are answering. So there are 15 books, right, that the students had to read. And they are answering questions that are like, in which book did this character go and visit, da, 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 da. So like a specific scene on one specific page, they have to try and remember what book that came from out of all 15 books. So these are really, really tricky questions, and take a look at them in round 3. Everyone is off to a pretty good start here.
They are. And you know what I love about those questions is, while we know that this is fun and it's competition and those things, the only way that our students can prepare for those questions is through the hard work of their teachers and caregivers. So their parents or guardians, any tutors or teachers that are helping them, their librarians who are encouraging them to read and practicing with them throughout the year. We know that it's because of their hard work that they're able to do this, and that it benefits them, not just for this competition, which we know is amazing and we love it, love it, love it, but also in the classroom. So students who are involved in the Battle of the Books, I can pretty much guarantee they're doing better in class. Don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Readers are leaders, right? We say that all the time. And so we do really appreciate all the support that these readers are getting from their families, from their coaches, from their classmates, from their teachers. It's amazing. And we see a lot of that support right here with our viewers watching. So thank you all for sharing those cheers and well wishes.
Absolutely. Oh, looks like we have another author video from The Big Sting. And this has been one of the books that we've heard a lot about from the students saying it was their favorite. So let's let everyone see what this book was about.
Hi everyone, I'm Rochelle Delaney and I'm the author of The Big Sting, which is my newest middle grade novel. I'm also the author of 8 other middle grade novels as well, but I'm going to tell you a bit about The Big Sting. So this tells the story of 11
Well, it looks like maybe we're having some technical difficulties now. Looks like maybe our book trailer went out. We can Wait for just a minute, and I think Dr. Lawson might get that restarted. But
I'm
again,
going to
none of
try
us
and
are-
reshare my screen, Miss Dixon. I just had a little glitch over here.
sometimes that happens. Remember, technology is great when it's working. We understand.
Okay, can you see my screen again?
Yes, we can. We'll
All
try.
right, I'm going to restart that. I'm going to get that video going.
Okay, cool beans. Thank you.
Virtual adventures, usually through video games, over real ones. And one summer, Leo and his family end up visiting his grandfather, who lives on the west coast of Canada. And Leo's grandmother, who used to be a beekeeper, has recently passed away. And this has made his grandfather even grumpier than usual, which is really saying something. So Leo is pretty terrified of his grandfather. And really, all Leo wants is just to stay out of trouble and keep his little sister Lizzie out of trouble as well. But then one night, in the dead of night, his grandmother's beehives all go missing. And his grandfather decides that he is going to take Leo and Lizzie on a search for the thieves who stole them. So Leo ends up in exactly the situation he wanted to avoid, which is on a dangerous mission with his grumpy grandfather and his adventure-loving sister. And this book is packed with bee puns, so I hope you like puns. There's also lots of bee facts and a really fun setting. And it was inspired by a real life story that I read about several years ago about a hive heist. And a hive heist is when beehives go missing. Usually they get stolen in the middle of the night when the bees are sleepy and a little bit easier to steal. And apparently this is happening not just in North America, but all over the world. So I decided to write a fictional novel about a hive heist. So this is The Big Sting, and I hope you enjoy it.
I wonder what I would be if I were in that story.
Queen Bee, Miss Dixon, you would be Queen Bee. Absolutely.
I wonder what you would be, Miss B.
I would be a worker bee. Absolutely. Collecting all the honey and pollen and yeah. Did you know that hive heists were a thing?
I did not.
I did not either. I was saying in our battle yesterday, I don't steal things. I'm putting that out there. I don't steal things. But if I did, I'm not sure a beehive would be something that I would want to steal. So
to me, right? Like, how do you steal a beehive and not get stung?
right. And that they know to do it in the nighttime when they're sleepy. Like
right.
So interesting.
I imagine there's lots of smoke involved because when I've seen beekeepers, they have the little
yeah,
smoke guns. I'm not sure what they're called. Actually, I'll tell you a secret. I'm not sure if I've ever told you this, but I actually researched becoming a beekeeper because I wanted to add some hives to my yard. We garden.
Oh, yeah, pollinators.
Bees are great pollinators. I was having a little trouble growing my vegetables and fruit. And so I thought, what I need to do is encourage pollination. And to do that, certainly bees are the answer. And so I went on a quest to find beekeeping schools. And so there are actually courses that you can take to become a beekeeper, a certified beekeeper. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I started looking online. I would see different places, even in cities where there were folks who lived in cities or in country towns, even like mine, that actually became beekeepers themselves to help with their gardening. And I thought that was pretty awesome. I have not ruled out that I would like to become a beekeeper. It could still happen. I'm pretty excited.
I support that endeavor 100%. Yes.
Thank you. Maybe we could get bees here because we are thinking of starting a garden here at our office, aren't we?
I think that sounds amazing. Yeah. Look, we have some teams that are already coming back in. So that that looks like it's maybe a good sign that they felt confident with that last round and are feeling good. But of course, there's still some time left. I think we do have one more book trailer while we're waiting for our other teams to finish. So let's hear all about When Sea Becomes Sky, which of course has been another favorite that we've heard about.
From Schneider Family Book Award honoree, Jillian McDunn, comes a mystery adventure in the Carolina salt marsh about the bonds of siblings and the love we'll always carry with us. Every day, my brother Davy and I take my rowboat out to our favorite spot, our little corner of the salt marsh. It's called the Thumb, for the way it curves back, like it's trying to hitch a ride to shore. There's a drought on our island. It hasn't rained for almost a whole year. The water level in the marsh lowers every day. The grass is crunchy under our feet. Even the dirt looks thirsty. One afternoon, something strange happened. I looked out on the water and saw something sticking up. It was a hand. When I got closer, I realized it was part of a statue. A whole entire statue. Who would have left a statue out in the middle of nowhere? Davy and I don't know, but we're gonna find that out. It's going to be the summer that changes everything. I can't wait to tell you all about it. When Sea Becomes Sky by Jillian McDunn from Bloomsbury Children's Books.
Wow, Miss Burball, I can see why everyone loved that book. I heard that book a lot, as a favorite or as a movie, and I think that was pretty telling why students love that book also. What do you think?
Absolutely. That one does look really interesting. I love the trailer though, the way just they kind of had that, you know, that movie or that video of the book with the little crab is my favorite part. So it'd be interesting to read about the marshes, right? In the
It was.
Carolinas.
I will say I
wonder.
did read this book as well, and I love this book as well. Like I read a lot of these books on this elementary list, and this was one of my favorites.
Oh, that's pretty awesome, Dr. Lawson. So this happens in a marsh. I wonder if there are bees in marshes. Probably not. However, it just reminded me of the last book, and I thought I'd ask you ladies a question. Do you know what small, black and yellow and drops things?
A bee.
Actually, a fumblebee.
Ah!
Bee punny.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Hello, teams. Welcome back. It looks like we have everyone back. Before we get to the important question, well, maybe we should ask the important
Let's ask
question
that
first.
for
Okay,
that.
let's get the important things first.
Are there any challenges? Do you have any challenges after round 3? Are all of our teams back? Yes.
Yes, they're all back.
They are. Are there any challenges at the end of the perhaps final round? I can't guarantee that this is the final round because I think we're still tallying the scores, but this could be. Are there any challenges last time, last chance? No challenges today. Amazing. Wow. Okay. All right.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to do some final tallying of the scores, but we do have some shout outs. So get this, Miss Dixon. Good day from Sydney, Australia.
When you said good day, I knew it right away.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty amazing. We also have Miss Thompson's 5th graders from Mason cheering on our team. So hey, 5th graders. We have some fourth graders in Mrs. Tedder's class cheering on Gretchen. So Gretchen, you have your classmates cheering you on. Hey, fourth graders. We have Coach Wagner from Webster cheering on our Webster team. Miss Yarborough's class from Trout Creek Academy is cheering on their Battle of the Books team. For our Pumas, Miss Marler sends a message that she's so proud of you guys. And from Catalina's, we have some family or friends cheering on LT. So go LT from Catalina's. And get this, Miss Dixon, I just visited this place not too long ago. It was very cold. I'm not sure what the weather like is now, what it's like
Let's see
there
if I
now,
can
but
guess. Was it Antarctica?
no, I did not go to Antarctica recently, but that was a good class because it is cold there.
It is.
It's Chicago. Someone's watching and
really?
cheering on from Chicago.
You were there
So,
because you told us you saw the bean.
yes, I did.
Yeah, the bean.
Yes.
Guys, if you don't know about the bean in Chicago, do some research in your library on what the bean in Chicago is. I think you'd love to find out.
It's pretty neat.
Also, I see Dr. Lawson's back, but I did have a question. I've been thinking about all of these shout outs that Miss Burball has given us, and I've been trying to think about how many continents are represented in our viewing audience today, because that's pretty cool. I heard places like India, Australia, Mexico, lots of different places. So I was thinking, if we looked at where everyone was watching from, how many continents were represented here today? What do you think, Dr. Lawson?
That would be so neat. You know, it'd be really neat to have a map and put a pin in that map every time somebody shouted out. And then even, I don't know if our audience knows this, but we have done this 3 times this week. This is our third battle for the week. We had middle school, we had elementary north, and now elementary south. And we really have had people from all over the world. I don't know if you see what's happening, Miss Dixon, but teams are upside down in our Zoom.
Antarctica, because it's underneath, right? It's on the other side. Maybe they went to Antarctica because I mentioned it.
Yeah, I think you might be right. There's some fun stuff going on.
They're back in the US.
Phew.
Welcome back. That's pretty awesome. So no challenges. Do we have the scores from round 3?
All right, I'll be right back once I get everything in order to show it on the screen.
Okay, looks like Miss Burball went out to grab those scores. Miss Burball, you are muted. So
thank you. I was excited to come back and share with you all, but couldn't find that unmute button. I am excited about these round 3 scores because I want to tell you that something interesting happened in that we have some teams who had a perfect round this round, and they hadn't had a perfect round yet.
Wait, did you say teams, plural, with an
yes,
S
as in multiple teams had a perfect 15 out of 15 for round 3, and they hadn't had a perfect round yet.
Well, I would like to attribute that to the fact that we told them in the very beginning, and I know that our returning champions weren't necessarily happy about this. However, the truth is the truth, that you should never give up, that even if you don't score perfectly in the first round, there is always a chance. And so you should never give up. And it sounds like these teams, all of them, every single one of them, you know, has tried throughout this entire competition their very, very best. And it's showing in their scores.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe we have the results for round 3, just round 3 results, right?
We are first going to show our results from round 3, and then we are going to do our overall results for today. We do have a winner. We don't have a tie, so we're not going to a bonus round.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm so excited. So we are going to first share the results of round 3.
Yes, just round 3.
Just round 3. All right, Dr. Lawson, let us have it. Let's
All
see.
right. You know what? We need our drum roll, everyone. This is the results from round 3. So get our virtual drum roll going. And I'm going to share my screen. And here we go with the round 3 results. We have 2 teams with a perfect score. And then we have 4 teams that got 14 out of 15. We have 4 teams that got 13 out of 15. We had a great round. These teams know their stuff.
They do. This is pretty exciting. These are some of the highest scores I've seen for all of the competition, not just today, but yesterday, middle school, even high school. These are amazing scores.
This is so exciting.
Incredible.
All right. We are about to announce the winner of our 2024-2025 Battle of the Books. Are you guys ready? Hold on. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second because I think we need to see how excited these teams are. And we want everybody at home to see how excited. So show us how excited you are, teams.
Can you also give us an emoji to show us?
Give us that emoji.
Yeah, give us an emoji.
Go hang upside down, all the things.
We have more upside down teams.
Yes, we have some confetti.
Oh, I got an emoji. We've got some.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, yes.
Great reaction. Oh.
I love it. We are having
so
many great reactions.
I think someone's ready to celebrate with a pizza party.
Pizza is always good. Arby Hunt, I love it.
Woohoo!
All right.
Dancer.
Look at Webster's dancing. Yes, love it. All right.
Yep. All right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen again.
Drum roll.
Our virtual drum roll going, and we are ready to announce the winner of the 2024-2025 Battle of the Books Elementary South Tournament. The winner is Otis A. Mason.
Pulled off a feat that is rare. They are repeat winners this year. Look at them celebrating. They're pretty awesome. Great job, Otis Mason. Manatees. I always love to say about manatees, we float. And we floated right to the top this year all over again to win this competition. What a great celebration.
I was going to say we should highlight their video, but woohoo! Looks like they're celebrating throughout the entire media center.
I was going to say they have gone. Yes, if they want to, do you want to have them unmute and come back and say something so they can be on
their
the
families?
YouTube?
Yes.
Looks like she's going to have to go and get them. If we spotlight that video, Dr. Lawson, you'll see that the room is actually empty. They were so excited, they ran out. You couldn't even see them anymore because they were so excited. They were running. They're last year's champions, and here they are again. Winners, how are you feeling this morning? Oh my goodness. So exciting. Congratulations. All of our other amazing competitors, do you want to unmute and tell them congratulations? Go ahead, unmute and say congratulations.
Congratulations.
We love great team spirit, don't we?
We do. I love to see these teams congratulating each other. Otis Mason, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. If you will go ahead and unmute and do a little cheer so that on the YouTube, you will show up on the same screen with this. And then I have the results, all of the results for all of the teams that will show after.
Wait, I don't think they're ready.
Go ahead. We're ready now.
Okay. Good job, guys. Great job.
Hey,
congratulations. Great job, Otis Mason. Yeah. All right. Are we ready to see those results?
The final results from all the rounds. Amazing. With 3 points ahead, we have Otis Mason Elementary School with 40
look at for second and third place.
Wow.
Tie for
and
second
fourth
and third.
and
fourth
fourth and
fifth. I mean, we've got a lot of great readers in this group. This is amazing.
This really is amazing. And I'm so proud of all the teams that competed this year. It's anybody's game, and they all brought their very best. We're so proud of all of them, and thank you so much to your sponsors, your caregivers, everyone at your schools, in your communities and families. We thank you so much for supporting these amazing leader readers. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Also, absolutely, next year's list of books comes out in April, so you can get a head start this summer in reading. So make sure you check with your media specialist and check online for that book list. It'll be out in just a few days. April is right around the corner.
And Miss Dixon, I have all of the teams in view for YouTube. So if everybody wants to give one final cheer and show their excitement, so all those families who are watching, we even have our district webmaster watching. He's just put a hello in our YouTube chat. So give a shout out to Michael Clark out there. He always helps us get things done. Feel free to unmute and go ahead and cheer, everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations, everybody.
We'll see most of you back here next year, either in the elementary competition or for those seniors in the middle school competition. Have a great rest of your year. And for all of you, don't forget to read. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.